Down Home Up Close is brought to you by
Waxahachie ISD is a growing school district that embraces innovative curriculum and teaching methods while still honoring our traditions of excellence. Our academic programs and exceptional teachers and staff allow every student to excel on every campus, every day. Waxahachie ISD's fine arts, athletic, career and technical education, and other extracurricular programs are respected throughout the state for their long histories of success. We are proud to be a vital part of the city of Waxahachie as we work hard each day to educate the next generation of our city's leaders. We are Hatchie forever. Roll Tide.
My name is Markus Baldwin. I am one of the artistic directors here at Ennis Public Theatre. My wife, Julie Mitchell, is the other. My wife and I met in Los Angeles, and we moved here almost 5 years ago. My wife grew up in Corsicana, and we got a job here just directing the kids' play, the children's play, one play a year. We did that for a few years, and then they made a change and asked us to become the artistic directors. So we share that duty as artistic directors. And then COVID hit, and so we're trying to figure out if we can get a full season. We haven't yet had a full season. So as a kid, I just adored television, movies, and all that. I went to Oklahoma State University under the journalism program. I got my journalism degree, and the short story is I was graduated, and then in December went home to Oklahoma for a few days for Christmas, and then 3 days later moved to Los Angeles to become an actor. It had always been a dream of mine. I had no experience in it. I didn't study it. I just wanted to try it. I lived out there for almost 23 years, became a working actor in commercials and movies and TV, met my wife Julie, and we had 2 kids, and realized that LA was not our end game. And it never really was. It's just we felt that there was a change that needed to happen. Our kids were getting older. Our daughter, who was the oldest, had just turned 5. So we decided to make the change and move back home so they could grow up near their grandparents and aunts and uncles. And it's such a wonderful area to live in because it's such a family-oriented place. And so we lucked into this. We started teaching improv classes here at Ennis Public Theatre. And from that, they asked us to direct the first kids show we did, which was A Wrinkle in Time. And so from then on, we just kept doing it. And then after a while, they made a change, and we are now the artistic directors here. My wife has a degree from Texas Tech in the arts and in theater. So what I did at first was just took her lead. I think we make a good team. You know, she just knows exactly what to do. I learned a lot from her. So as a team, we just kind of figured it out. And the reason being is because right when we took over, we did one show and then COVID hit. So Shelter in Place happened, and we haven't had a full season yet. So we were hired, I believe, in October. We did 2 shows of the end of that year. The first show of the new season was when everybody went into lockdown. But we've been pretty creative. We filmed The Importance of Being Earnest. They had already rehearsed it, And when it was safe enough to get back in the theater, we filmed it and put it up online. We've done that for a couple of shows just to let people know we're not shut down. We're here. Here's what we've been working on. I know we can't get in the theater physically, but we can bring it to you. So I like the fact that people can come in and sit down and just get a wonderful experience in the theater. We sat back and thought, well, we can't get people in the theater. It's not safe to do so. So we're like, well, why don't we just film a few of them when it's safe? I'm like, let's try it. And we did it, asked the board about it. We have an amazing board who supports us and just champions us. It's just I haven't been around a board like that. So we're super lucky to be kind of where we are. I had directed, Julie and I both had a production company in Los Angeles, so I had directed a couple of films. I had never directed theater until we were, Julie had, but I hadn't. I'd never directed theater until Wrinkle in Time. And so I just jumped in and did it. It just is a fun, especially it's just was completely out of my comfort zone. I was easy directing short scenes, a whole play. I'd never had any experience with it, and so I just said, this is what's going to happen, and it happened. So it was fun. Well, this theater is, I mean, it's a beautiful location downtown. Again, our board, who is heavily connected to everybody around here, they're so supportive. They blast emails, Facebook, Instagram, all these things to get people to come in, to remind them we're still here and this is what we have. Our goal is just to put up quality shows, pick quality shows, pick great casts. And that's, to me, I'm biased, but that's what we've done. We have high expectations, but the theater for us has always been a safe space. You come in, everybody's a team. Everybody is, from tech to concessions to box office to players on stage, stage hands, the parents who help with the kids shows, because we still direct the kids shows. It's a we can't do this alone. Luckily, we have a wonderful community that comes and helps us with that, because it's not possible to do it alone. Julie had directed Sound of Music, and that had been in the making for 2 years. Finally, it went up, and it was a musical, so it took longer for the rehearsal process. The next show up is this show, Weekend Comedy. I read this play, and the writers are a husband and wife team. They wrote for. What's interesting about it is I found this out later. I read the play, and to me, it read like a sitcom, a very long sitcom. It was very funny, set in the 80s, so it's a little dated, but it's fantastic. I later found out this guy created Saved by the Bell, and he wrote for the Andy Griffith Show, and all these sitcoms. I was like, this makes complete sense. But we wanted to choose a play that had a smaller contained cast, and we arrived at this one because there are two actual couples, an older couple and a younger couple, and we thought, well, if we can get couples to come in to audition together, it could be safer for COVID. They could also learn their lines at home, and we can just kind of work here in the space with blocking. So we had, masks the whole time, so everyone was safe. But that's how we landed on this project. It's about two couples, one older, one younger, and it's set over Memorial Day weekend, a long weekend. They have booked a cabin in the woods, and the owner has double booked it.
Those are suitcases.
Yes.
Why?
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 Well, we've got this place for the weekend.
What?
Oh, there must be some mistake. We've got this place for the weekend. Oh, no.
Are you sure you've got the right place? The Watson cabin?
Yes, the Watson cabin, that's right.
From the Gregory Agency.
Yes.
From Alice Carter.
Yes.
Well, this is it.
And it's out in the middle of nowhere, so they decide to keep the cabin and share it. And so the generation gap ensues. But it's super funny, and it's wonderfully acted. Right now we are, the next one after Weekend Comedy is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? which we're very excited about that. The kids show is after that, Matilda. We usually have a really good turnout for the kids shows. Again, this community and the surrounding towns flock to see kids shows, and they're always musicals. They're just, you can't miss with them. They're such fun. Let's see, after that is a play called the Book Club Play, which is going to be our guest director coming in, which we haven't selected the guest director yet, but it's a wonderful comedy as well, which takes place really in an apartment about a book club, and a documentarian has kind of commissioned them to film them. And so a camera is set in the house. It pops on every week from 7 to 9. So whatever happens in that room is recorded, and they can't change it. So everything that happens in the room, they want to change, and they can't. And so it's just it's a fun play. Next up is Clue, which I cannot wait for. I'm a huge fan of the movie, love the game, and this is not the musical, this is the regular play of Clue. And then our Christmas show is at the very end. And we always have a great Christmas show, which is actually written by a wonderful playwright, and we used one of her plays last year called Walking Across Egypt, Kathy Bush, and she is a resident playwright at the Barter Theatre in Abingdon, Virginia, and we love her work. But it's a very sweet Christmas play, and we're looking forward to that as well.
DownHome Up Close is brought to you by...
When you walk into your home, the first thing you come in contact with is your floor. You want it to be reliable and stylish, and you want to be sure you have the right professionals to design and craft it. OC Rugs has you covered. They provide durable products that stand the test of time and custom designs that will fit your aesthetic and preferences. OC Rugs products are constructed to be stable and prevent skidding, so anyone, whether you're taking your first steps or it's your first time visiting, can feel confident getting around your home. OC Rugs features products from Cooper Family Floors, a mobile, family-owned business committed to providing quality floor service at affordable prices. Cooper Family Floors puts the needs of the customer first, always seeking to make each project better than the last. They provide luxury vinyl plank and laminate flooring, as well as carpet and pad, engineering wood, and tile. Cooper Family Floors has a combined 42 years of flooring experience and will put that wisdom to work for you without breaking the bank. Whether you need a new floor installed in your home or the right rug to complete your perfect design plan, OC Rugs and Cooper Family Floors will get the job done right. Visit OC Rugs at their Lancaster showroom, located at 1920 North I-35E, or visit their website at www.ocrug.com. For Cooper Family Floors, call 214-437-7424 or visit www.cooperfamilyfloors.com.